We have crawfish, rice, cucumbers, Dungeness crabs, and shrimp. And lemons, of course. And our drinks. And some sauce. Special Reese sauce. We're hungry. So, really hungry. So, let's get started. I will start off with one of my cucumbers. Dipping in my Reese sauce. If we was having a no wipe your mouth challenge, I'd have been having stuff all over my mouth because it's dripping already. Drip drop. Yep. So good. I think I might start with one. You can start with Dungeness?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the crawfish. Okay. Crawfish has a lot of stuff going on with it. I sure do. So, did you watch any good shows lately?
Not really.
Not really? Well, I finally watched a good episode on Shy. It was really good.
That's what you were talking about when you texted me?
Yeah, they saved the sister. Finally saved the sister.
I don't even know what.
After all these episodes, she was missing. What I didn't understand was an older guy kidnapped her because she reminded him of somebody from his past that he used to have a crush on back then.
What?
His ex or something, and he kidnapped the little girl because she had the same hair, everything. Every time she would act up, try to run away or do anything, he would cut her hair off.
What?
Yep. And they had this guy named Bronny.
I said it sounds like my type of show.
Had this guy named Bronny who everybody thought he was a bad guy because he killed one of the kids back a while ago. Allegedly, they say he killed one of the kids.
His kid?
So, no. One of the kids from the street. So what they did was, everybody looked at him as this really bad guy. So he was like a good guy to his grandmother. Like, he did everything from her. He used to be in the army. Yeah, his grandma always remembered him as military. So every time he came around, she always talked about that.
Right.
He wanted everybody to look at him as, you know, a good guy. So he knew the little girl was missing, and he wasn't gonna give up. His grandma told him, "You gonna find her, Ronnie. We'll find her." So the episode was for this one. He went. He thought
you guys can't see me eat.
He saw her. The episode for this one. He was walking down the street and he thought he heard a scream at this house. So he went and checked. He went and did a little bit looking. But it was her. She had escaped. She was a track star. She ran track, everything. She was good. She escaped out of the house. And when she got out, I guess she was so in shock. I don't know how her running didn't kick in from her track. She just dropped to the ground because she was so relieved that she got away.
And she caught her again.
Mm-hmm. Caught her again. Took her back in the house. And kept her for a couple more months. Family was hurting. Her little brother's birthday came up, which they always celebrated together.
So how long was she in the house for? I
About
feel
3
like
months.
it's spilling on tea right now. Well, you are.
She was in there for months. So
Was this like a news thing, like on a TV show?
was what a news thing.
Like, was she like on the news for like a lot?
Like missing?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have it on the news a lot. They had a lot of girls missing in Chicago, so they did find one girl. We thought it was her. Her body. Ronnie had took her.
Shy.
Yeah.
Duh.
So Ronnie took her.
Who, the guy?
Ronnie kept going after some other guy because he thought he did it because he saw him at one of the little things they were having for her because they were looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
So Ronnie saw him, some guy there, and some white guy. He went chasing after him because he looked suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he's not from around here. He never seen him around there really.
Right.
Come to find out when they looked at his background, he was a registered sex offender. So they looked into it. Ronnie kept harassing him. Ronnie finally got him to tell that he killed a girl. That girl.
And the one that they thought the other guy killed.
He finally told he killed the girl. The guy didn't know. The white guy didn't know that it wasn't her. He thought they was looking for somebody. He thought that was her, the girl they was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So he ended up Ronnie finally got him to speak. First he had snuck Ronnie and got away from him the first time they was around him.
Mm-hmm.
And ran off. So Ronnie and the other mother, because her mom had a girlfriend, and they got married.
Mm-hmm.
So they went. Ronnie and her got together and went looking for the guy. Ronnie finally got the guy to talk, and he told him where the body was at.
Mm-hmm.
When they went and found the body, they was trying to identify her by a tattoo that she had. Couldn't find out it wasn't her.
What?
It was somebody else's child. Somebody else's child. And that's how her mom looked at it. Like it wasn't my baby, but it was somebody else's baby. So, as we go on, that show went off and they put this show on. And Ronnie's grandmother died, so he felt just like though his grandmother was watching over him, so he still needed to do a good deed. So he didn't stop looking for Keisha.
So there's a lot of girls.
That was her name. So he went to her house. Went to, not her house, he went to this house where you heard the screaming from. He went to go check up and see what was going on. In fact, that was the episode before this one. He wanted to go see what's going on, so he acted like he had to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And told him, the man wouldn't let him in. At first he was like, I'm homeless brother. show him his cart that keep everything in. So the man decided to let him come in his house. And Keisha knew somebody was there, so she started like trying to scream. But the man had his TV up real loud.
Oh gosh.
She was locked away in the basement. And he heard something, but he told him it was something about his wife. Well, that's just his wife or whatever doing something.
So this show is based on about that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff going on the show, but this was the part that really caught my eye. So once he went there and used the bathroom, he didn't catch anything. He left. Then like a month later, he did come back after I told you like his grandmother died. And he asked the neighbors questions about it. And the neighbors told them that he asked the neighbors, well, how's him and his wife relationship? How is everything going with them? He said, the neighbor told him he don't have a wife. Honey, really look into it. Once the neighbor said, he don't have a wife, Ronnie went through the back door, kicked the door in. He smelled that rice. And kept calling Keisha. Keisha yelled out, yeah, help! Help! Ronnie, of course, runs down there. He found a crowbar before he went inside. Right outside of the man's house in the trash can. What a coincidence, right? He found it. And he broke in. And he went in the basement and said, he was saving Keisha when the guy pulled back up.
Oh gosh.
He was walking in the room, the basement room, when the man came behind him, asked basically, what are you doing here? And he swung on Ronnie and knocked Ronnie to the ground. And Ronnie somehow got him down too. After that, Keisha grabbed the crowbar because they both dropped the crowbar. She grabbed the crowbar and beat him, just kept beating him constantly. She didn't stop. Just kept beating because she tried to fight him so many times and couldn't win. But she fought him this time to the very end. She beat him so bad. She ended up running out of the house. Ronnie saved the day. She ran out of the house and went back to, somebody had called the cops. When she went out, in the ambulance, and saved her and Ronnie, and they arrested him.
That was the last episode?
The last one that I seen. And Keisha was in the hospital. And Ronnie was in the hospital. And Keisha's little brother didn't like the older man. Because the kid that got killed, supposedly, allegedly by Ronnie, was his friend. So he decided to go in the hospital room with Ronnie, because of course Ronnie ain't had nobody there with him, and apologize, tell him thank you, and walked off. That was a relief for Ronnie. So the brother did go in there. He hugged his sister. They hugged her. Because before she got saved, she was thinking about committing suicide, which is no joke. She was thinking about committing suicide because she wanted to get away. Like, that was her only way out, she felt. So she had tied a noose up in the room, was about to take her life. But she didn't. She just waited until her day came, somebody came and saved her. But while she was at the hospital was talking about all kind of treatment she can get. She can get help for suicide because stuff like this happened to you and that's what you want to do.
Right.
You want to hurt yourself. So the next episode will look like that's coming up. From the previews, it was showing that she basically was still attempting to try to hurt herself. So can't get into that too much because I really don't know.
Right.
But her mother was so hurt. About the situation. She was even about to break it off with her wife because she told her basically just give it up. Try to get her to move all her clothes out of the room after 2 months. And the mom just said, my daughter never really cared for you anyway.
Whoa. For real?
And you trying to get rid of her stuff already? It's only 2 months. But she said the reason why she wanted to do that was because her mom would go in her room every day and cry. And just sit there. She didn't want her to suffer no more. But her mom said until they bring her baby body back to her, her baby is still with her. And she's not giving up. So, she was right. Her baby was still with her. She was right. She was really hurt. And that was a good movie.
It's a movie?
TV show. I really love that TV show. Can't wait till the next
I'm gonna get
episode.
some more of my drink.
Y'all, this is so good. I was so hungry. Now, see, I'm getting full really fast. Another Dungeness. Really, really fast.
Lobster tail.
Lobster tail. I'm probably getting full because I ate some rice. I had rice in the middle. This is meaty.
You love lobster?
Not pretty good. How much is this? You don't finish. Mm. I'm gonna finish much. It really looks like I'm not gonna finish much.
Yeah,
I think so.
Denial. Denial, we're recording. What seasoning did you put in here? It's kind of spicy. And the sauce too. You put a little spice in the sauce?
Alright, chicken spicy sauce.
I'm gonna put
And
too. Ooh. Are you full?
I'm getting there.
I'm full.
I'm gonna eat my lobster. Ooh. I'm gonna do a challenge. A challenge soon.
Which one?
With the lobster challenge.
The lobster challenge.
Eat 11 to whatever, 11, 12 lobsters.
Whoa.
11 bite. They have one with the
Let's keep cooking.
eat the whole lobster. So
I mean, I probably do that on the floor. I mean, on
really empty stomach.
yeah. I have to have an empty stomach.
I won't be able to drink nothing.
Oh,
So get rid of that. Get that done.
True.
Oh, drink something. That's gonna help.
Yeah.
You get
that's
full.
true, too. It helps, but it doesn't. You go for self-help. Ooh.
Did you eat any crawfish at all? Yes. Ooh. This video will not be edited tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, it's over. And it's late. Ooh. I still have to finish packing.
I mean, I'll do a leftover.
Oh, there's another cucumber right there. Wow.
I'm finish this and I'm done. Maybe I'll do a leftover seafood mukbang.
Yeah.
Cause let me see myself finishing this. Alright. Not all. It is over. Over, y'all.
Did you eat your lobster yet?
Remember? Oh, shit.
Ooh. That was really good. I was waiting for that all day.
Don't let me keep out of there. Mm. That's over, y'all. Tell her they can do kid.
You can like, comment, and subscribe. Right? Right.
Exactly. Exactly what she said. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.
Bye. We're gonna do that at the same time. Oh yeah, that's over.
You know.